Hey guys, welcome to Sippin' and Spillin' with Sid from Three Mississippi. It's a beautiful day, as you can see. It's lovely. We might go for a walk here in a minute, although I didn't change my shoes from church yet, so that may not be my best choice, but we might do it anyway. Um, Man, it's been a busy couple days. I I'll fill y'all in real quick. We had a little clergy dinner at church that I did a little. I wasn't there the whole time because I had to get home and finish my video for Sunday's Three Mississippi post, and so I didn't get to stay until the bitter end and help with the cleanup. But I helped with a little bit of the in between stuff and the setup stuff, um, and got worked on Friday's video, of course, and then Sunday's video. Sometimes my those couple of days on the weekend get a little packed for me with trying to play catch up and get some of that stuff done. If we're not able to like do our projects and film over the weekend because of life. So sometimes I get a little stressed during the week. I was able to get my laptop fixed. I did take it in there on Friday. And I was really thinking, I guess, even at where we used to live in our little town in California, we had a little repair place, but it was a one woman operation. And so if you brought something in, she would be like, okay, I'll call you when it's done, even if it was something that was only going to take a little while. So what I ended up having them do, he said, well, let me take it apart. And he could see that the casing was coming apart. So he took out all the screws and he said, yep, my battery was all like a little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man inside my laptop. Luckily, it did not leak. We didn't smell any. Apparently, for those of you that don't know, if you are ever working on your computer, that is a giant wasp right there. I am not in love with that. Yeah, there's a little waspiness over there. Somebody said they thought they saw one, but anyway, um, that could be the problem. But anyway, the the laptop, uh, if it starts, or your computer, anything with, I guess, with a lithium battery, if it starts to smell like nail polish or nail polish remover, that is what the lithium smells like when it starts to leak out of whatever battery casing it's in. So I did not know that, but we didn't smell anything like that. We didn't see anything looking funky, and the laptop is now working beautifully and doing like it's supposed to do, and I'm not trying to explode. And it was literally like a 5 minute fix, which was wonderful. But I was fully in my mind already because I don't know these things. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I don't know what's all involved in disconnecting, or what how many people were ahead of me to get their computer fixed, which apparently there was nobody. Um, so it just went really fast. And I didn't even have him replace the battery. I was like, can you just take it out? Because I'm never somewhere where I don't have it plugged in. And I just feel like the battery has not worked in it for so long, almost since I got it, which probably should have tipped me off to something not being right with it. Um, that I just thought, okay, well, I can continue to live. There's a lot of wasps. I'm gonna have to investigate this later, but for now, we're gonna go for a walk because fix my little thing here, guys. Not, I'm not loving I'm not loving the waspage, if you will. I'm just gonna mosey on out. Um, anyway, we did get a considerable amount of rain. Oh, yeah, this is how much rain we got. See if I can show you guys here. We got 3.5 inches of rain um, the other night, and which we needed, which was good. Um, but we had thunder. It was weird because we weren't expecting a storm like that, and we had a fog advisory. And then, oh, Mike's out here. I don't even know what he's doing. We had a fog advisory, and the dogs woke me up a little bit before 1 in the morning, and they get all antsy, and of course they come wake mommy up when they're anxious. And I thought, okay, they must just need to go to the bathroom randomly in the middle of the night, which that happens every once in a while. Maybe somebody forgot to take them out before they went to bed, whatever. So anyway, I take them outside, and it is just thick fog, like pea soup out here. But there's lightning, so it was like lighting up the sky. I mean, it was really pretty, and I should have taken some footage of it, but I didn't because it was 1 in the morning and I was half asleep, and I don't even think I threw my glasses on. I couldn't really see. Sort of stumbled downstairs. Anyway, I get them back upstairs, and then that's when the thunder really started, and then they started to really lose their minds. And so I had to give them their Benadryl and get them calmed down. And so it was kind of a long night, but we needed the rain, so that was really good. I'm glad we got the rain. Um, hopefully that'll be good for, Mike had his deer plots. And if you guys watch yesterday's video on 3 Mississippi, Mike and Frankie worked on sowing the rows for their cover crop in the garden of the already built rows. That way it'll hopefully help maintain the structure of those rows, and he won't have to re-till those rows to like rebuild them, because every time you till up the soil, it's killing some of the good stuff in the soil. So try not to do it multiple times in the same spot if you don't have to, or if you can prevent it. And then putting the cover crops also helps with feeding the soil, because when you cover it, let it die, and then the dead plants kind of feed that soil again, and then he's able to put a little bit of fertilizer over the top and plant whatever it is he's going to plant, tomatoes and peppers and whatever next season. So there's that. But yeah, it's but now today, I mean, it's beautiful out. Beulah's very interested. Mike's over here inspecting his garden and everything, and Beulah's kind of keeping an eye on everything. She kind of been working on establishing a little bit of a new routine with her, because she went through sort of what I would refer to as kind of testing her boundaries, her terrible twos in a way. And it may still be partially due to her being a mare and being, hormonal, because I did notice it was on a couple week cycle. A few weeks would go by, and then she would start acting up again. And then she'd be fine, and then she'd start acting up again. But I think now she seems to be, I've got her like on a good routine of, what is expected, and in the mornings and the evenings and all that. And like right now, she just saw me walk over here, and she was over by Mike, but she just made a beeline to me, and he had literally just walked over to her. But she's coming over to mom. Well, I'm not mom, Frankie's mom, I'm grandma. But hi, baby, did you come to say hi? Hi, mama. Hi, sweet girl. Yes, such a good baby. Yes, such a good baby. I don't have anything for you right now, though. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I think what part of her issue is kind of testing her boundaries. She wasn't used to, having a lot of attention. She wasn't used to being asked to work or to do certain things at certain times. And I think even though she was getting a lot of love and attention, I think part of her was like rebelling against it and sort of testing her boundaries to see, like, is this going to last? If I do this, are they still going to love me? I don't know. I feel like that was kind of part of her settling in, which I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like to me. And then now I feel like she's just become more loving. We've really worked on kind of establishing that rapport and letting her know that, we're not going anywhere. Even when she went through her bad periods where she was nipping and getting a little bit bucky, and not listening, that we still loved her, that she was still a good girl, kind of working through that. Gosh, you need brushed again. I'm gonna brush you in the morning. Yeah, I'm gonna brush you down again. But she loves to go roll in the dirt, and we did just have rain, so she loves to do that. But she seems to be, I think, finally settling in. So I'm excited. I'm going to give her, a few more weeks of this kind of new routine and rapport that we've established. And Frankie's been working with her too, of course. But it's important that she and I both can get her to do all the things we need her to do, I feel like, because she and I are the ones that would be dealing with her. And if she's gone at a friend's overnight or something, I need to be able to not worry that Beulah's going to be mad at me or whatever. So it is what it is. But I think maybe in the not too distant future, don't eat the cinder block. No, ma'am. Don't, you can't crib a cinder block. I don't even know what made you think you could eat that. Yeah. Um, you never know. Yeah, I never know. Yeah, never know. I just had to try. Um, I think maybe in the not too distant future, she might be ready for a companion. I'm not going to rush into that. It's going to take some time to find the right fit for another horse that will work for both us and her. Um, but I think eventually, again, in the not too distant future, I think that's something that would be good for her and, you know, good for us too, because then, you know, we can kind of work with them together a little bit more and maybe even go for rides together, and that kind of thing. Whereas right now, you know, Frankie and I are sort of, I guess you could say we're sort of sharing Beulah in a way. And she seems to be really adjusting well. Like I said, her um, her behavior in the beginning, she was so loving and so everything was good. And then one day it was like a switch flipped. And she was real hesitant to like let me touch her on the side. She only wanted to be facing me. And same thing with anybody. She wouldn't let anybody go near him. It wasn't like it was just me. And there was nothing that had changed. There was no day that we yelled at her or did anything different or whatever. It was just all of a sudden. So I had talked to our trainer friend, and he'd given us a few more tips to try, and I implemented some of those, and they seem to be helping kind of bridge the gap. Such a good girl, aren't you? Yes, you are. I know. This is such a kissable face. I just have a kissable face, Mama. I know. It's so cute. See, look at that face. You can't be mad at that face. Sometimes she gets sleepy when I do this, and she'll just kind of start closing her eyes. Huh? Yeah. But anyway, um, so that's her thing. And then that storm the other night, Rico, for those of you guys remember, Rico and Freebird are just kind of out here in the yard. And I didn't see them the next morning. And later, as I was coming out here to hang out with Beulah and stuff, I see Rico way down there. And I think during the storm, he'd gotten spooked and wandered down there, or something maybe spooked him. I don't know. But I still can't find Freebird. She like took off. And those two are never more than 2 feet away from each other. You still want attention? She's over here, like, you got some eye boogers again. I get to clean your eye boogers again. We'll get your cloth in a minute. I know, pumpkin. So, uh, I've got to go in there here pretty soon, and I got to make dinner for the youth group tonight for Frankie's youth group at church. So I got to get rolling on that. Luckily, I already made the dessert, but I do still need to make the dinner. And hi, handsome. There's Mr. Bonk. Yeah, Sam, good boy. He's everywhere. But yeah, we are. It's got a little bit of a kind of an odd weekend. I think they're gonna try to go. Are you coming back over for more attention? Just keeps following me. She's like, I'm not done loving on you yet. I'm not done getting loved on. I know, pumpkin. Such a pretty baby. I know. Yeah. Anyway, uh, totally forgot. I got distracted by an animal. Story of my life. But yeah, we're gonna, lots of stuff going on this week, and I'm hoping it's supposed to be nice the next few days. Like it's really nice right now. I think they're gonna go hunting, or try to go hunting a few more times this next week. Um, we still have not been able to put any venison in the freezer, between Mike's work schedule and the different hunting spots and the weather and all of those things combined. It just hasn't happened. Some nights they didn't see any deer out at all. And there was one night Frankie was hunting and they didn't, uh, they did see a deer, but it was too far out. She probably could have made the shot, but she wasn't comfortable. She felt it was a little too far out for her. That's fine. You know, I'm not gonna force her to do it. If she didn't feel confident in the shot. So, you know, it's cool. But uh, but yeah. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that we get some venison soon, and also that Freebird shows up because she has flown the coop, and there's no evidence of any foul play or anything like that. So wave, Michael. Good job. There you go.
Been eating my garlic.
It's not me. He said something's been eating his garlic. So
I think it's one of your chickens.
it's not my chicken.
Yeah.
Did you see chicken prints down there? Oh. Well, maybe it was one of my chickens. I don't know. Well, we'll see. They're not supposed to eat that. They're not supposed to like it. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a blessed week. I hope Freebird shows up. She's kind of grown on me, even though she was kind of a jerk, and that's why she was put in exile in the first place over here. But who knows where she's wandered off to. But anyway, guys, until next time, safety's off.